Queen Victoria is often remembered as a symbol of an era, but behind the crown and the portrait lies a story of real formidable power. She wasn't just a figurehead. She ruled over an empire so vast it spanned continents, shaping the modern world in ways many don't realize. In this video, we'll explore the hidden influence and strength of Victoria, how her decisions, vision, and personality helped steer one of history's greatest empires through times of change, challenge, and growth. Get ready to discover the queen whose power went far beyond the throne. Today, we will talk about the queen who ruled an empire, Victoria's hidden power. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. A young queen with a heavy crown. Victoria became queen at just 18 years old, a young woman suddenly thrust into the center of one of the world's greatest powers. The British Empire was vast, its influence reaching Africa, Asia, the Americas, and beyond. Yet the political climate at home was turbulent. The monarchy itself had been weakened by scandals and shifting parliamentary power. Many expected Victoria to be a weak ruler, overshadowed by her ministers and advisors. What they did not anticipate was how Victoria would assert her authority and change the role of a monarch. Unlike some predecessors, she was deeply engaged in state affairs. She studied politics, formed strong opinions, and maintained close relationships with her prime ministers. Her influence was subtle but significant, guiding decisions behind the scenes and shaping policies that affected millions. The balance of power. Victoria's reign coincided with a time when Britain was transitioning from absolute monarchy to constitutional monarchy. This meant that while Parliament held more official power, the monarch still played a crucial role in government. Victoria understood this balance and used it wisely. She was careful not to overstep, respecting the democratic process, but she also made sure her voice was heard. Through letters, private meetings, and public influence, she supported policies that aligned with her vision of a strong, united empire. Her relationship with Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli, for example, was a key factor in expanding British influence abroad and strengthening imperial pride. Victoria's role in government was not just about power, but also about image. She became a symbol of stability, morality, and family values. At a time when Britain faced social unrest and industrial upheaval, her presence provided a sense of continuity and hope. The personal side of power. Behind the royal image, Victoria's personal life also shaped her reign and influence. Her marriage to Prince Albert was more than a romantic partnership. It was a political alliance that helped stabilize the monarchy. Albert acted as her closest advisor, encouraging modernization and reform. Their partnership showed that power could be shared and that the Queen's authority could be enhanced by trusted relationships. Victoria's deep mourning after Albert's death for nearly 40 years also influenced public perceptions of the monarchy, presenting a more human and relatable side to royal power. Empire and expansion. Under Victoria's reign, the British Empire reached its greatest extent. The phrase, "the sun never sets on the British Empire," was coined during this time to reflect the vastness of the territories under British control. From India to Canada, Australia to parts of Africa, the empire expanded through exploration, colonization, and sometimes conflict. Victoria's role in this expansion was complex. She was the symbolic head of the empire, and her image was used to promote loyalty and unity among diverse peoples. She was declared Empress of India in 1876, a title that reflected both her status and Britain's imperial ambitions. However, her reign also faced criticism and challenges. Colonial policies often involved difficult and sometimes brutal decisions that affected millions. The legacy of British imperialism remains a subject of debate, but Victoria's role as the face of the empire cannot be denied. Cultural impact and legacy. Victoria's influence extended beyond politics and empire. The Victorian age saw major cultural shifts, advances in science, literature, architecture, and social reforms. Victoria herself was a patron of the arts and supported charitable causes that improved education and health. Her reign set standards for public behavior and morality that shaped British society for decades. The values associated with Victorian England, duty, discipline, and respectability, were in many ways reflections of the Queen's own character and beliefs. Despite her traditional image, Victoria's era was also one of progress. The Industrial Revolution transformed the economy and daily life, and Victoria's support of modernization helped Britain become a global leader in technology and innovation. The Queen's hidden influence. What made Victoria's power truly unique was how she wielded influence behind the scenes. Unlike rulers who dominated through force or direct command, Victoria's strength lay in her ability to persuade, guide, and inspire. Her extensive correspondence, thousands of letters written over her lifetime, reveals a monarch deeply involved in shaping policy, managing diplomatic relations, and advising her family members who ruled other parts of Europe. She was a networker, a strategist, and a guardian of tradition all at once. This hidden power was critical in an era of change. Victoria managed to maintain the relevance and respect of the monarchy at a time when many European royal families were losing their grip on power. Challenges and controversies. Victoria's reign was not without difficulties. She faced political opposition, scandals within the royal family, and challenges posed by the changing social order. Her strong personality sometimes led to conflicts with ministers who disagreed with her views. There were also moments when her conservatism clashed with the demands for reform. Issues such as women's rights, labor conditions, and Irish independence were contentious and tested the limits of her influence. Yet through it all, Victoria remained a central figure, navigating the complex political landscape with determination and resilience. Conclusion. The lasting power of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria's story is one of hidden power, resilience, and transformation. She ruled not just through the authority of her crown, but through intellect, influence, and a deep understanding of her role in a changing world. Her reign shaped the British Empire, left a lasting cultural legacy, and helped define what it means to be a modern constitutional monarch. Victoria's power was not always visible on the surface, but it was real, far-reaching, and enduring. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.